Yeah, hello guys. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the football fans zone with your boy Timber Banks. And guys, and on this show, guys, I just want to just make a very quick reaction. And things I've been hearing about the fact that INEOS, or should I say, the sporting director, who is coming in the person of Dan Ashworth. You know, Dan Ashworth came outside to say the set or the type of manager is actually looking for to work with at United, you know. And suddenly, you know, we have some people or some fan base that does not really want Ten Hag to be sacked. And it is not a crime if you as a person does not want a manager to be sacked. But sometimes you also need to allow people have their own opinion. You know, everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. And sometimes all you need to do is allow people have their own opinion, not try to manipulate people, not try to make people or brainwash people into buying your own idea or into choosing or having you speak for them. It is not right. You are not only the one who is a fan. Everybody of United fan base are also a fan. And I believe some other people that does not agree to whatever you might have said as a person, it does not mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you have a different opinion from whoever or whatever other people have to say. And the reason why I'm saying this is this, guys, is because I was watching this guy called Mark Goldbridge, you know, and he was saying something about Deserbi. And I said to myself, I said, wow. So Deserbi now, all of a sudden, is a yes man. Yes man. He is a manager who listens to what the sporting director wants. Now, Manchester United will not be the first team, to actually go down this road. I can tell you, Real Madrid, the manager does not have a say. Like we all see it happening, and it has been successful at Real Madrid. I can say the same thing for Man City, Arsenal, Bayern Munich. We see all these things happening at the club. And this guy called Mark Goldbridge believes that due to the fact that Dan Ashworth wants a yes man manager or a yes manager, a kind of person that just decide to take whatever he has been given and move ahead. But sometimes, guys, it is not the way. He is making it seem, and he knows for sure. He knows very well for sure that whatever he's saying, it's actually not even the way it is. And that's a fact. He knows that for sure. He knows that for sure. So now you're telling me that, or what he's trying to make me understand is this: the fact that Erik Ten Hag had the power to let players go, to add the power to sign players, you believe he should be trusted again with another money. Because the reason why Dan Ashworth would have said he wants a yes manager was because he has seen the way Ten Hag spent money on useless and flop players. Ten Hag has been given £400 million, and what has it done with that £400 million? So, Dan Ashworth Because one thing is this, guys, I don't really understand. 1 minute, Dan Ashworth, De Zerbi are great when it suits his agenda or when it suits what he wants. But when it does not suit him, they are bad. Dan Ashworth, I've done this with Graham Potter. It worked at Brighton. He had done it with, what's his name? Eddie Howe. It worked also. So, what gives this guy the assurance that it will not work with whatever manager they want to have at United? How? Or is it a crime that the likes of Dan Ashworth wants somebody that will not challenge his authority? For me, it's not a crime. If Ten Hag know very well that he cannot work under such circumstances, what he should do is pack his bag and fucking leave. Because he came out to the media saying that if they don't want him, he will go elsewhere and win titles. Maybe we should do that. Because we all saw Thomas Tuchel. Because like I said on my previous video, I said, what I believe happened between Sergeant Ratcliffe, INEOS, and Tuchel was the fact that they could not come into an agreement. Probably, there were things Thomas Tuchel would have wanted in the club and Sergeant Ratcliffe do not want. And because of that, they had a disagreement and they decided to split ways. So if Erik Ten Hag knows that he cannot work under a circumstances of being controlled, of being supplied players, if he knows he cannot work under such states, what he should do is just resign or leave. It's as simple as that. All he needs to do is just, work out for the job. So now, somebody like De Zerbi is now a yes manager. Just because you want Erik Ten Hag to still be at the club. De Zerbi will all know is stubborn. And the reason why De Zerbi left Brighton might be because he does not he's not in support of whatever is happening at the club. Because he can have a situation whereby two players or two key players is being sold. And we all see what that two players he lost in his team did. He affected his team. No matter how you want to see it. But I don't believe for 1 second, honestly, I do not believe for 1 second that De Zerbi is a yes manager. He is also stubborn. He is stubborn. So, I disagree with that. When I saw that statement, I was disappointed, man. It is okay for you to want a manager at the club, or probably you have a thing you are doing with him. Of which it's not a bad thing. But what that does not make any sense to me is the fact that he has actually, been able to brainwash whosoever is watching him to make them believe Sergeant Ratcliffe now and INEOS are now the enemy of the club because they want to sack Ten Hag. Make it make sense, guys. So Sergeant Ratcliffe is not an enemy of the club. So Sergeant Ratcliffe now is an enemy of the club. Dan Ashworth is also an enemy of the club. Simply because of the fact that they want to bring in their own guy. Make it make sense to me. So when the CEO was being sacked, because what everybody said was this: we need a new structure. Like most of the Manchester United fan base has been screaming, saying they needed another structure, a new structure. And now they brought in, or let me just say, Sajim bought 25% shares of the club. And he has been trying to recruit his own people. He's trying to recruit his own people into the club. So everybody was happy, including Mark Goldbridge was happy when the CEO was gone. They were happy when technical director was gone. So many people were left. Everybody was happy. So now, they were also happy when the sporting director was sacked. If they part ways, if they sack him, all we know is they got rid of him. And they spoke about Dan Ashworth. And I could remember at some point, these guys was rating Dan Ashworth over Paul Mitchell. So all of a sudden now, there have been talks of the possibility that Dan Ashworth, that is coming in to be the sporting director, wants a yes type of manager. Somebody that will not, challenge his authority. And all of a sudden, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. It pains me that there are so many Manchester United fans in that fan base, that does not have a say for themselves. They can't choose who they want. They cannot choose what they want or have their own opinion. It's honestly sad. It's honestly sad. Everybody should be allowed, or everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. Because I can tell you for a fact, guys, there are so many Manchester United outside there that genuinely does not want the manager sack. And that's the honest truth. There are so many Manchester United fan base there that does not want him sacked. And I'm not talking about from UST. I'm talking about genuine fans that have not been brainwashed, that believes that this manager could actually be the one that takes them to where they want to be. Though, for me, I don't believe it. He has not, there's nothing this guy has shown me to tell me that he's the guy. And that is honest truth. He hasn't showed me anything to make me believe. And it makes sense. He has not shown anything that will make a fan believe in him that is able to do the job. We're talking about a guy that have spent £400 million so far on crap. And those players they've spent money on, they are even finding it extremely difficult right now to get rid of some of them. They are finding it very, very difficult to get rid of some of those players. And the way it makes it seem, because it makes it seem as if all this guy, the manager is not going to have a say at all at the club. And that's not true. Because what it simply means is that if they are looking for a player, let's say they are looking for a player like, the way they're looking for a player like OLISE right now, they will bring 2, 3, or 4 players that plays that same wing and present those players to the manager. From those players that they've brought out, the manager will then choose the one he feels could do whatever he wants. And this allows a situation whereby if a player is too expensive, then the club can back out and decide to go for somebody else. And I do not see anything bad in that. Guys, we're talking about a guy left City to come to Manchester United. So obviously you will not tell me that Omar Berada, who is working at the club, would then allow rubbish. Nobody says Olise can beat a priority at least until Sancho, Greenwood, Ahmad, and Pedestri are sold. Anthony will be here because nobody will buy him. So what are we talking? What I was saying? Look at the kind of players you mentioned. Those are ballers, guys. Those are ballers. Sancho, we all saw, like, it has been proven that Sancho was right. We all saw what Sancho did in this. Like, somebody have not played football for 6 months. Then he went to Dortmund. I was still able to get to the Champions League final. We are all seeing what he is all about. He has been able to justify himself. He fell out with this guy. Ahmad, it took him 36 games to be able to play Ahmad. 36 games. Pelistri did not even get chance at all. Pelistri did not get a chance at all to showcase whatever he has or to offer. He was sent on loan to Granada. If I want to bring out points, we'll talk about it the whole day. It's sad how a lot of fan base were happy with Ratcliffe 25% investment, thinking things were gonna change. Like, things was gonna change, but what people were expecting, they will not get those kind of change, guys. 25% shares, this guy's about what was 1.4 billion. So we're expecting or thinking they will go out there to splash out another 1 billion or 2 billion on transfer or fixing the stadium. No. It's not in the place to do. And for people that are believing that this is a food sale, guys, You need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. It's just painful that when Cristiano Ronaldo was saying it, that these people does not give a fuck about the club. People wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill him. And now, we have seen it. We have seen it. That he was right all along. He was right all along. Ten Hag fall out with people. Fall out with even people whereby ever since I know all these guys, they have never, ever fallen out with the manager. It was under Ten Hag, I saw Casemiro and Rafael Varane fall out with the manager. Under Casemiro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And people are somehow believing that United are going to sign OLISE. They're going to sign Paulinho. They're going to sign João Felix and João Neves. Like, what are these people smoking? Because if there's one thing I've noticed about Benfica, they sell well. They don't have time to negotiate or talk crap. When they tell you the amount we want is this amount, that is the amount you are going to pay. That is the amount you are going to pay. Forget about saying you want to negotiate anything. You're not going to get a player. Chelsea tried it. Chelsea tried it. They tried it with Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. Liverpool tried it as well for Darwin Núñez. It did not work. And they both got what they wanted. They got the same amount of money they wanted for those players. They got it. So, Man U believe they can get João Neves for £55 million. Come on. Even though I can tell you that it might not really worth that amount of money. But, man, that is Benfica for you. They know how to sell, and they sell well. People need to get used to the fact that they sell and they sell well. I have said it until I am blue in the face. We are still owned by the Glazers. All this INEOS nonsense is just hilarious. You just could not make it up. Nothing will change until we sell the whole club. That's the fact. Which leads me to how people were expecting that suddenly INEOS comes in and the club is taking a new shape. It's taking a new shape, yes. But you guys need to be patient, man. And if Sergeant Ratcliffe or INEOS believes they want their own guy, they want a yes type of manager, they should go for it. Because the reason why I said it might be a terrifying plan or a smart plan, for them it's a smart plan. And from me, if I was a fan of United, whereby I've looked at Ten Hag having all the power he wanted, and look at this kind of signings he has made, then I will understand why they will want to take that power from him. If he does not want that power, and if he sees that, no, he believes that he cannot be a yes type of manager, then he should leave. He should leave. It's as simple as that. It is impossible for a manager to work with players he did not pick or add his say. Very good you said that. Then I want to ask you, Anthony, that Ten Hag had a say on, did he use him? How many games did he play? Because if you're telling me, it is hard for a manager to work with players he did not pick. Okay, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, They pick them. Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. The list goes on. We saw a situation whereby the players he had a say in, he signed. Did he use them? He gave a new contract of £300,000 to Marcus Rashford. And people want to tell you that it's not a signing. Dude, that's a signing. He gave him a new contract. It's a signing. De Zerbi is the exact opposite of a yes man. Fact. And that was why he was able to leave the job. He came and said that he was leaving the club before the season ended. If Ten Hag had some pride in him, he would have, yes, I've been saying the way they've treated him is bad, but if he had some pride in him, he would have just, resigned. Resign. Then, rumor says, yes, man is out to get rid of player power. Really. Any others come from the top, not the manager. Don't like it. You are out. Man City obviously knows what they are doing with transfers. That's why we got Berada. Be patient, guys. And that's the honest truth. It will be sour. Because you guys think, mind you, and these people will just come in and mind you will just take a new shape and start, winning trophies. No, man, it will take time. To take time. And the reason why it seemed it did not take Man City time to, blend in and start winning trophies was because of the fact that they had the money to do it. There was funds, unlimited funds, was available for Man City to go out there and get the set of player or the amount of player they want. But that is not happening under INEOS. Because you don't have somebody investing 1.4 billion for 25% shares, then you believe the person will spend $1 billion to buy players. No, come on. Because you guys, United fan knows very well that United are broke. United are in debt. It surprised me how people believe when they tell you they are linked to this player, they are linked to this player. And you ask yourself, why are these fans not just being realistic to themselves? And understand that they cannot get these players. They cannot. People are just only deceiving themselves, believing that the likes of João Neves, they can get João Neves. And people tell you, OLISE is a United fan. Yes, he's a United fan. But at the end of the day, do they have the cash to get him? Because you can tell me he's a Man U fan and he ends up going to Chelsea. Raheem Sterling was a Man U player, a Man U fan as well. Raheem Sterling was a Man U fan. Did he play for Man U? No. He played for Man City. He played for Liverpool. He's currently playing for Chelsea. But yet, you want to tell me he's a Man U fan? Guys, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. The fact that a player is a fan of your club does not mean he will come for free. It does not. So people need to understand that United are broke. They are broke. For any person that is thinking that United can get players in this transfer, they want to think again, man. They are broke. They have to sell to buy. They have to sell to buy. And United, don't know how to sell. They don't. They do not know how to sell. I see people talking about what's his name? Sancho. They've put a price tag of 40 million on Sancho. I want to see it. I want to see it happening. I want to see it happening. I want to see how United are going to sell Sancho for that amount of money. I want to see it. I want to see it. But what I don't understand, I don't like, or I will not take is the fact that somebody is trying to make people believe De Zerbi is not a good manager. No. I won't take that, guys. It's not good. You do not have to brainwash people because you want Erik Ten Hag to be at the club. Because only you knows whatever you are getting from Ten Hag. Because you might be connected to the Swiss agency because Rasmus Højlund was from his agency and you interviewed him. Have people ever thought about that? Rasmus Højlund is from Ten Hag agency. And he was able to interview Rasmus Højlund. So this guy will say anything. He will say anything just to back Ten Hag. But for those people that want Ten Hag gone, I also understand them. If Ten Hag believe he can work with Dan Ashworth, then he should be ready to take orders. And if he knows that he does not want anybody ordering him around, then he should just do everybody a favor and resign. It's as simple as that. Resign. And live on a high because already you won an FA Cup. You won an FA Cup. You can resign. You live on a high. Because I will tell you guys for free, man. I will tell you guys for free. If Ten Hag stays at this club, guys, I tell you, before January, he will be sacked. Because obviously, what they will look for, whatever, they will look for anything to sack him. They will look for anything to sack him. So rather, let him just leave right now, whereby everything is still, down this way. Ten Hag's first choice, De Zerbi second. He did a great job at Brighton on limited budget. But I still believe Ten Hag will get another season. But the way this has been handled is a disgrace. And I agree with you. Honestly, I agree with what you said. I honestly do agree with you. For one reason, I've not yet said the way it has been handled. It's not a disgrace. It's a disgrace. But I also love what you said. Because for people that are saying, like as if De Zerbi is a crap manager, De Zerbi has been able to work. He has been able to do a great job at Brighton on a limited budget. And mind you, two of his best players were sold. Caicedo and McAllister. And when you're talking about selling Caicedo and McAllister, it's like you selling Rodri at Man City and Kevin De Bruyne. We all saw what's his name? Rodri, not playing the game, did to them. I think against Aston Villa. It's like you selling Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne of a club. And in Man U, it's like you selling Marcus, selling what's his name? It's like you selling Bruno Fernandes. And who else? No one, because they've got nobody. So obviously, it's like you selling Bruno Fernandes and selling probably maybe Rashford, but they will not say anything. But this guy called Ten Hag, I've been so backed. He has been given 400 billion pounds, and you believe a billionaire will sit down there? A billionaire in Sergeant Ratcliffe will sit down there and see all the crap Ten Hag did with money he has been given, and you think that same person will trust Ten Hag to make decision? Come on. Wake up. We have Barada. Barada knows what he's doing. That's why Mark wants. That's why Mark never wants to bring him up, because he knows we will trust his judgment. We have Barada. Barada was at City. Barada knows what he's doing. He brings the Man City style. But it will not be easy, guys. Everyone says, don't tell me what we are being being run by a committee. Are you serious? Ten Hag, in the only reason why the players are playing bad because we just have like 5 managers a season. Like, it makes no sense to me, man, guys. These are what I'm talking about. There is somebody that has been brainwashed. It makes no sense. Tottenham Hotspur, before Ange Postecoglou came into that club, they had a coach like Jose Mourinho. They sacked him. They brought in Nuno. They sacked him. Ramessin, they sacked him. Ramessin, I think he's the assistant now. They brought in Antonio Conte into the club. They sacked him as well. And they went and get a manager like Ange Postecoglou. It did not take him 2 years. Right away, he played proper football. And mind you, this same manager lost his best player in Erik Ten Hag. And people were saying, how will Tottenham get the goals? But because of a manager that knows what he's all about, that has a play style, with some few transfer, they were able to play proper football. So I don't buy into this nonsense, please. Now, David says, and I like this one. He said, Mark is dirty and manipulating fans just because of his connection with Erik Ten Hag agency. Fact. And that's what I'm saying. That is what I am saying. That guy will say anything. He will say anything to defend that guy called Ten Hag. And he just said it all. He's dirty at manipulating fans just because of his connection. Like, I love this comment. I love this comment. I love that comment. You like Ten Hag. We have been patient with Ten Hag. We like Barada. Give Barada time. He's bringing Man City styles. Then didn't Ten Hag beat Unai Emery twice? And did he win the reason with beating Unai Emery twice? Did he finish on top of Unai Emery beating Unai Emery twice? What is your point exactly? What's your point exactly? Yes, he won Unai Emery twice. But did they finish on top of Unai Emery? Did they win the league with beating Unai Emery? Some fans are just so deluded, man. Honestly, some fans are so deluded. When senior player and potential players are told to wait for a decision on the manager, do we expect them to respect and trust him in case he not decide to keep him? And the worst thing is this, man. All of us have been, going at INEOS and Shadman Ratcliffe or Glazers, saying the way they've treated this guy is bad and this and that. Like, it was said that Ten Hag is aware. He was told about all this. It shows you how politically minded Ninos are in regards to how they run their enterprise. It is not about being political. It's about not wasting your money. And it's simple. It's about doing the right thing that does not make you waste money unnecessarily. Because what the Glazers have done in the last how many years has been waste money in either on the wages or in signings. So these guys are trying to change that. It's not about being politically. Earlier, people basically said Zebi once was not a yes man. Yes man. We said he is stubborn, single-minded, etc. So why are people calling him one now? Now, the reason why people are calling the Zebi a yes man is because of the fact that they have been brainwashed to believing that the Zebi is a yes man. This is another beautiful comment, guys. Another beautiful comment. And it's the honest truth. The honest truth. And you ask yourself, what's changed? What's changed? Nothing has changed. Some might say INEOS have made matters worse as our club. They did not. This club has been run to the ground before the INEOS came in. Sajim proving different information to different departments to see what story gets leaked. Finding the more true process of elimination. Ten Hag isn't going anywhere. He knows this. I want to see that one though. Erik Ten Hag's recruitment has been nothing short of disaster. He should not have had a say. He should not have a say if he stays. And that's the honest truth, man. So these are people that also understand what it means, to be a owner of a club, to be owner of an enterprise. And go and check all his signings. Go check all the signing Ten Hag made. Go check all of them. All the signings he made. They were terrible. They were all terrible signings. We should not be here acting as if Ten Hag is being done dirty. No. The facts are there. The receipts are there. All the signing these guys have made so far has been horrendous. And every decision he has made so far has also been horrendous. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? All the signings he has made, horrendous. We talk as if this guy has been able to come into the club and change. The only thing he has done is he won trophy. That is the only thing Ten Hag has done. He has won trophy. That's the fact. That is the only thing he has done. But other things, what did he do? Because yes, he won trophy. But on the other hand, he also made some terrible decision. Destroy things. Of course, people are making it seem as if, no, this guy have come into the club and changed everything in this club. Come on. No, that's not true. That is not true. But one thing is this. That is my own decision, and that's what I believe. If Sergeant Ratcliffe and INEOS want to get rid of him, they should get rid of him and get their own guy. So that whenever they fail, there will not be an excuse. There will not be any excuse. If they fail, they will know, yes, we failed. And there will not be time by they are pointing fingers at anybody, giving excuses of the reason why they fail. Let them bring their own man. And if they feel De Zerbi is who they want to bring in, then they should bring in him. But what I don't understand is that I don't believe De Zerbi is a kind of manager. Now, Lungile says Romano is also tier 1 and he has stated for weeks INEOS admire Southgate and he is a high contender, but it's tricky. I don't think this guy is getting the job, man. I don't think he's getting the job. Like I've been saying it as a fact. If there was a possibility that Sergeant Ratcliffe and INEOS have had a sit down, they've sat down and spoke to Southgate, and Southgate have said to them is focusing on Euros right now, but he has showed interest in the job. Guys, they will sack Ten Hag. They will sack him. And that they will sack him, that's the truth. So I don't really think it's Southgate. No English manager has ever won the Prem. English is a red flag. Come on. No English managership. What is Silas Ferguson? Silas Ferguson, you what? He's not British.